So you're a dog owner in Tiffin, Ohio, and you want to find the best possible trainer for your best friend. Well, you've come to the right place. This is your complete guide to finding that perfect local pro so you can feel really good about the choice you make. Just picture it for a second. A nice, calm walk along the Sandusky River, or maybe a relaxing afternoon at Hedges Boyer Park, without any of that crazy pulling or barking. That's the dream, right? And let me tell you, the right training is exactly how we're going to get there. All right, here's our game plan. We're going to start with why having a local trainer matters so much. Then we'll get into what your dog specifically needs, how to spot a real pro, what you should expect to pay around here, and finish up with some key local rules and resources. First things first, why go with a trainer who's based right here in Tiffin? Honestly, it gives you a huge advantage. Our city has its own vibe, its own unique places and sounds that a local trainer just gets. This quote really just says it all. Good training isn't just about sit and stay. It's about getting your dog ready for real life in Tiffin, walking politely on the Riverwalk, not getting stressed out during a concert, or just being a good neighbor around the university. Okay, now that we know why local is so important, let's figure out what kind of training your dog actually needs. It really comes down to two big things: the training philosophy they use and the way the classes are structured. You know, the method you really want to look for is called positive reinforcement. It's the modern, science-backed way to do things. Basically, you reward your dog for doing the right thing. It builds up their confidence and makes your bond so much stronger, which works way better than those old-school methods that rely on fear. Now, for the format, you've pretty much got two main paths. Group classes are awesome for practicing around other dogs in a place where everything's under control. Plus, they're usually easier on the wallet. Then you have private lessons, which are completely customized to you and your dog. They're perfect for tackling specific issues at home, like, say, jumping on visitors. And there's one more option: the board and train. This is where your dog actually goes to live with the trainer for a couple of weeks. It's super intensive, totally immersive, and can be a great way to get a big head start on training, especially if you have a really busy schedule. So you know the philosophy you want, and you have an idea of the format. But how do you actually find the right person? Let's talk about what to look for and, more importantly, what to ask. You're going to see these acronyms after a trainer's name, and trust me, they matter. Something like CPDT-KA means they've passed a serious test on their training knowledge. And if you're dealing with tougher issues, like real anxiety or reactivity, seeing a CBCC-KA or a CDVC tells you they have specialized expertise that can really make a world of difference. Here's your homework. When you're interviewing a trainer, have this list ready. You want to hear them talk about positive reinforcement. Ask about their certifications. Make sure they're creating a plan just for your dog, not some cookie-cutter program. Get the cost details up front. And a good trainer will always be willing to work with your vet if needed. And finally, ask what you need to do at home. All right, let's talk about the practical side of things. The budget. Think of it as an investment, really. An investment in a happier, calmer life with your dog. So what does that look like here in Tiffin and Seneca County? Just to give you a quick baseline, a single one-on-one hour-long lesson in the Tiffin area is usually going to run you somewhere in this range. It's a good starting point to keep in mind as we look at bigger packages. So if we look at the whole picture, you can see how it all lays out. A 6-week group class is a really accessible way to start. Those in-home packages offer a great value for really zeroing in on specific problems. And then the board and train is, of course, the biggest investment, but it delivers that super focused, immersive training. Because training doesn't just happen for an hour a week, right? You have to take those skills out into the real world. So let's cover the local rules you need to know and some fantastic spots around Tiffin to get some practice in. Okay, these are the big three, the absolute must-knows. Tiffin has a leash law. Period. If your dog is off your property, it has to be on a leash. State law says your dog needs a rabies vaccine, and you also have to get an annual dog license from Seneca County. No exceptions. Need a good place to work on those new skills? Hedges Boyer Park is fantastic for practicing loose leash walking with just enough distraction to keep things interesting. The trails in the Seneca County Park District are beautiful and great for working on focus with all the smells of nature. And the Tiffin University Trail is a perfect spot to practice healing and greeting people politely. So the big question people always have is about off-leash training. And here's the deal. Tiffin doesn't have any official public dog parks. That means the only truly safe and legal place to work on off-leash commands is in your own secure, fenced-in yard.
At the end of the day, all this effort is about one thing: having a dog that you can truly share your life with. It means more fun, less stress, and a deeper connection with your four-legged family member right here in Tiffin. Good luck with your training journey.